You know, there's nothing like being behind the scenes with the one and only Idon. Did I get it right that time?
Yep.
Idon, I've been
Yeah.
practicing, man. Welcome to the show. Look, we're in the green room, right? This is when we kind of just hang out. So for those folks that are seeing your face for the first time, they got your bio. They can read that long bio. Tell them, who is Idon? But more importantly, man, what are you up to these days?
So, as you guys hear, I want to start with that. If you hear my accent, I'm originally from Israel. So, this is where I originally from. And today I'm, about growing my business. I'm working with entrepreneur every day and kind of seeing them going on their journey. And I want to be part of it. I want to share my journey, and I want to see how really I can add value, and work with people. This is what excites me.
Mm. I like the part about what sites you take a moment if you would. You built several businesses, okay? Take a moment to the entrepreneurs watching right now, and it's like, look, I got to take care of my family. I've got to go to work. I also run a business, and I got subcontractors working for me. Idan, how can I learn something? Why should I pause right now to even slow down to listen to what the conversation is going to be about today? What's one of the reasons you would say, you know what? Tune in. I've got something to share with you that's real stuff.
Because from my experience, and this is what I see every day, it's not about how hard you work. It's about your ability to change your inner world. So you're not supposed to work that hard to be successful. And I know we learn every day, work hard, but work hard doing what? Being out, being in traffic, working with so many customers and subcontractors, and doing the same thing every day and not able to scale your business. It's not what you want to do, right? So my big things working with my franchisees or other business owners is I understand that you need to shift internally, and then everything outside of you becomes so much easier. And that's, I think, is a huge thing for everybody, right? Because for how many years you can keep going and working hard and hard and hard and keep being stuck kind of in a cycle, right?
Yeah.
So if you spend the time with us today, my hope is kind of share with you how to break that cycle.
You talk about how to break that cycle. We're in the green room, right? So they said I can ask any question I want. And there's someone out there that's thinking like, all right, Idon, is the magic pill that I should just go get a franchise and then I don't have
Yeah.
to do no work? I mean, I can just reduce my stress because they give me the blueprint. I know you're going to talk about having the
Yeah.
plan. You can talk about adjusting. I know you bought multiple companies, but it's not a good thing or bad thing about franchise. That's not what this is about. But my
Yeah.
question to you for the person is thinking, why not just go get a franchise and let them give me all the stuff and then I can just rock and roll. What are some of the pluses and some of the minuses? You've been on both sides of it, of just grabbing a franchise and thinking that's the silver bullet, the
So
magic pill.
yeah, absolutely. So even when you get a franchise, we have many franchisees, and some of them are, there's always the 20% that come into the system and they have an amazing mindset. They are adaptable, they want to grow, they want to be able to achieve, they have high level of energies, and they're just killing it. And then we have 60-70% of our franchisees that just, this is the system, they're following the system and they do good, right? And then there is the lower part that are struggling. So it's not just about buying a franchise. Buying a franchise is great because you do get a system, but you need to bring your energy. You need to find your fulfillment. You need to build something meaningful. This is where you find not only financial freedom, but also you find fulfillment. And in my world, from my experience, if you don't find both of them, you're missing one part, right? Because I know a lot of people that do great financially, but then they wake up 10 years after and like, okay, what's going on here? This is what it's all about,
Mm.
right? So we need to fuel it with something. We need energy. We need conviction. We need connection. This is really what we thrive as human beings.
I love it. I love it. Now, look, we're in agreement. We've got a show. I know you're going to get into it because you're on one of the fastest growing franchisees in the country right now, man. You've been rocking and rolling. But folks got a one question, and I know we got to go, ladies and gentlemen. We got a show. We're going to get to the other side, but I'm curious. You might be curious. What is Idon's big why now? Like, why is he? I mean, he don't have to do this. He could be asleep right now. He could be spending time with his family. He could be doing some hobbies. Like, why is he still stopping what he's doing right now to have this
So
conversation when he don't have to do it, ladies and gentlemen. And there was no Cash App payment sent to him. There was no Zelly payment sent. He's here to serve. So my question is, what's your big why, man? Why do you keep doing this stuff?
Yeah, that's a great question. So 10 years ago, when I started my personal evolution, I changed with my team what's the company is all about. And we decided that we want to be the fresh start company, right? It's our goal is to really to bring peace and the idea that you can do better for our employees, franchisees, and clients. So when Be the Fresh Start is the core of who we are, my thoughts is how can I expand on it, right? So how can I get the ability to help people have their fresh start by writing books, being with you tonight, right? Doing articles and other videos, right? How can I really bleed the idea of Be the Fresh Start? So I'm here today just really celebrating it, sharing it, because that idea, that bringing our heart and soul into the business and understand that this is our responsibility, this is what we drives us as human being, and we want our business to be all about creating that fresh start for other people. And today is all about keep expanding it.
Breaking free. We're going to be talking about that, what it's all about, breaking free. And don't worry, I'm going to ask him to come back about this whole collaboration thing, because he does collaborate. He's collaborating right now, and we'll talk about that. Look, we've got a show. For those folks that are out there tuning in, Carol, I see you. Thanks so much for tuning in. Martha says she's already shared it. I didn't say share it yet. She says, I'm sharing this one. Okay, thank you so much, Martha. We appreciate it. No matter what platform you're watching on right now, I promise you we're in for a treat. We've got to get going because we got a show in 5. Y'all know this is my favorite thing to do. 3, 2, Chrissy, I'm getting ready to go on 1. Here we go. We'll be back in just a second, ladies and gentlemen. Promise I made to my mom. I only did this message for one person, and that's my mom. This is for you, Mom. Love you. My name is Shay Brown, the Happy Entrepreneur. Make it a great day, everyone. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
All right, Shay Brown.
Mic check, mic check.
All I do is win, no matter what. Got money on my mind, I can never get enough. And every time I step up in the building, everybody hands go up.
Yes. Yeah.
And they stay there. And they stay there, and they stay there. Cause all I do is win.
Well, it's a great day. My name is Shay Brown, the Happy Entrepreneur, and welcome to the Happy Entrepreneur Show, the #1 business development and revenue-focused late-night show in the country where we're on a mission. And our mission is to inspire. Our mission is to empower. And our mission really is to provide you, that's right, you, the entrepreneur, with all of the resources that are necessary to execute that big vision you have for the people you were called to serve. And I always say you have 3 visions. First, I believe you have a vision for yourself. The clothes you want to wear, the organic food that you love to eat. I know. The home that you want to be in, or maybe the neighborhood, and it takes resources, which means you need some revenue to purchase those resources, right? And then the second vision you have is you have a vision for your loved ones. I mean, the ones you care the most about. Some of you want to send your kids to a school of your choice. Some of you want to write a check for a cause that you believe in. And some of you just want to make sure someone's health care insurance is taken care of. And it takes revenue to purchase those resources. And then the third vision you have is you have a vision for the people you were called to serve. And I always say that, imagine that you're this character in the Bible. I'm a believer. You don't have to be one, but there's a character, and his name is Noah. True story. And imagine you're Noah. You're ready to get going. Maybe some of you have been training hard, so you got all your experience. You've been working, and you can't believe any more than you believe right now. And then right before you get started, imagine Noah, there's a knock at the door. Noah says, "What's going on?" "Over here, my man. What's happening?" "There's no hammers in the house." "Gotcha. No problem." No, over here. Wait. Since he's saying there's no hammers, can I let you know there's no nails either?" That might be a problem, right? Over here. "Noah, I just might as well confess, there's no wood and there's no people to put it together. Good luck on this mission." And maybe that's you. You've got a big heart. You want to serve, but your vision is so big you can't do it by yourself. So you need to generate revenue to purchase the resources so you can make a difference for other folks and yourself. And this morning, this evening, this afternoon, no matter what time it is, you got the one and only Idon that's in the house, and he can help us up with that. So what's going on, Idon? How are you?
It's great. Great. Happy to be here.
You
Excited.
know, I'm happy to have you as well. You got Dagmar that's on here right now. Danny's in the house from West Virginia, said he's here. What's up, Dave? Delphine is in the house. Calvin said he's there. Look, they text me and asked me this question. You said fresh start attitude. I know we're going to get into this planning and you're doing some cool stuff, but what does fresh start attitude mean? Can you share with the viewers that just came in a little late what that term is and why it's so near and dear to you and your organization?
So so what we do as a core, I mean, the services that we offer at 911 Restoration, we work with people that go through a water damage, mold, disaster, fires, and all that. So our goal, I mean, especially when somebody goes through a disaster, is how can I help him to see the positive in everything that's going on, right? When one of the things when we started the company is how can we separate ourselves? How can we be the company that really cheer up people, connect to them, be there for them when they're going through this crazy disaster. So we said, you know what? We want to be able to bring a fresh start into the disaster that's going on. And then as we grew as a business and you know, I went through my own evolution. It says, look, okay, how can I bring more of my soul, my heart into the business? What fresh start can really stand for, right? So then we thought about our team, we thought about our franchisees and our client. And the fresh start attitude is really how can I put myself as a human being, as a person, in a right mentality so I'm really fit for service, so I can really be there for my client. I can really be there for my team, supporting them, hearing them, listening to them. That really create a very unique culture that where we see more leaders are growing in that environment, right? Because we're more open. It's not about me. It's about how can I be there for you? How can I really hear what you're going through? How can I really hear what you want and need? And understanding that I'm in business really to add value to you, to solve your problem, to help you achieve what you want to achieve. And that shift from chasing money to chasing a place of, can I really be there for you? That completely changed our business. And that's the reason that we're growing so fast now, because it's all about customers. It's all about being there. That's the first.
You know, you're growing fast, man. You're doing a whole lot, which is totally amazing. What is your perspective on being able to prioritize? I mean, you know, sometimes I'll give you an example. There was a call we received from a young lady, and it could have been a man, but it was a young lady, so it's not just about ladies. But she said, "Hey, look, Shay, right now that I'm now working at home full time, I'm now a full-time wife. I'm a full-time mom. I'm a full-time school teacher. By the way, Shay, I'm a full-time administrator because I got to turn in the kids' homework. Oh, did I mention to you I'm a full-time cook because I've never cooked this much in a long time. And I'm starting my business, and there's so much going on." And she felt like she was overwhelmed. So what does that mean to you? And what's the question to you? And it's for anyone out there. It's kind of like, how do you go about setting priorities? How do you go about making sure there's enough time in the day? Kind of walk through that, because you've got a lot going on. People are like, man, I'm so pressed, Shay. Like, how does the guy manage to get so much done with the same amount of time I have?
I love this question. So how can you get to the point that you're a full-time you?
Yeah.
Right? We tend to overstretch ourselves before we are connecting to the core of who we are. Right? So I'm always there doing things for other people, and I'm overstretching. So I'm stressed and I'm trying, and it's hard and it's not really happening. And what I find is we need to, I mean, it sounds a little bit crazy, because you need to be selfish. You need to be able to spend enough time with yourself and find who you are and what you really care about and what is it that you're trying to achieve. And then start designing your life around it. And the reason I'm saying it is because when you come from that center, there is so much energy, right? When you're overstretching, when there's so much going on and you're trying to do that and being for the kids and full time and my employees and customers, And without finding really who I am and be aligned with it, it's exhausting. So now, because everything flowed through my idea of adding value, solving problem, and it's just everything else is just an extension of that idea. So there is so much energy. I love what I do. I'm always interested in getting into new projects as long as they're aligned with what I believe in, right? So it's not chasing money, it's finding to be a bigger expression of what I believe in. And when I let that lead the way, then I'll do everything. It's easy. It just comes and it works for me, right?
How did you end up getting to that point? Like, did you just wake up one day and I don't know, some water hit your face when you was in the shower? You said, you know what? Forget the P&L, everybody. Forget worrying about what's coming in. I'm going to focus on me. I mean, maybe that was your case, but can you take a moment, and some folks that want to know a little bit of the backstory, kind of what led you to that point where you said, you know what? It's all about making sure others are taken care of.
Yes. And I'll of course, I'll share. It didn't happen that way. I wish in a way. But anyway, I grew up in a small farm in Israel. And, my entire youth, I work with my parents out in the field. And financially, we never did very well. And when we did well, we kind of lost everything and rebuilt it and lost everything. So we went through this cycle. So a lot of limited belief about money and security and what life is all about. And I served in the Israeli army. Then I moved to the US, and somebody was nice enough to give us a job as a carpet cleaner. So we kind of understand how the system in the US work. And we did okay. And in the first 12 months, we got into our own business. But in my core, I need to make money. Money is going to make me happy, right? So every opportunity that I had to make money, I chased it. So I went into real estate, into kiosk, I clean carpet, I start my own company. I figure out how the internet works, so know how to generate leads. So I went into a different partnership. But then one day, I'm kind of waking up and I'm saying, okay, I'm working so much more than I used to work. I have so many things going on. I'm exhausted. I'm not really happy. And I'm making money and I'm losing money and I'm making money and I'm losing money. And it doesn't matter how many more hours I work every day. I'm getting always back to what I believe I deserve. And I said, okay, let me give it another try. So I work even harder. And it didn't change anything. And then it hit me that it's not about how hard I work. It's about what really I feel I deserve. And then I heard somebody told me, one of the mentors that I met, and he says, Idan, before you try to understand the world outside of you, try to understand the world inside of you. What's going on inside here? Why are you going through these cycles? Why are you stuck in the same story again and again and again? And that got me to the place that I step out for a second. I step out of my craziness. And I was brave enough to watch myself from the side and seeing that I'm just going crazy, but I'm not really getting anywhere. And that got me on a journey of start really asking myself questions like what I'm after, what Idan really cares about. Who is Idan even? Like what's going on here? Like money, this is what it's all about, right? What is this dream? And then when I start peeling the onion and asking myself these hard questions, suddenly like, whoa, okay, this is a very hard process because I really needed to start facing some hard realities. Like I understand this life that I'm living, this chase that I'm stuck in, what is it all about? Now, it didn't happen overnight. It wasn't just one insight and I woke up and everything changed. It was small insights over time, very small changes. But when you start making these changes, right, and you're taking notes of the changes, you start writing them down and you see how the lives go through a shift. Suddenly things start to change, right? So at one point, just to give you how, when I really realize and I really start trusting myself and I understand that I can make it happen, I start dropping down the partnership that I had. Whatever was not aligned with the idea of who is the person that I want to become and why I want to become that person. And I moved chasing money out of the way, and I decided that I want to have in my core meaningful relationship. I want to work with people that I love. I want to develop relationship with my client, with my team. I want to be able to really become a person of value. I want to see how can I become a person that help other people grow. And that shift over long period of time changed everything in my life. And when I say everything, is the relationship with my kids, my wife, with my team, with money, everything changed.
Wow. For those folks that are listening out there, listen to the one and only Idon right now. Do me a favor. You can pay this message forward. You can pay this message forward. Stacy, you can hit the share button, by the way. Reese, you can hit the share button, by the way. David, you can hit the share button. And you can pay this message forward. Take the link if you want. And don't worry, Idon's okay with this. You can put it into your private Facebook group. I know some of you are listening to the podcast. That's okay. Still take the link and share it, by the way. And others of you might be on Apple TV. I get it. But those folks that are watching live, especially now, go ahead and share this message out. We believe in the giver's economy. The person out gives the competition, out earns the competition. The person out gives the competition, out earns the competition. I'm going to ask Idon now, what's one habit or one thing you could do to kind of break free? Like, okay, maybe you've been doing the same thing the same way over and over again, but you're like, you know what, Shay, I need to do something. What's one idea or one step that he would recommend that I could take to really start the cycle in the right direction?
So for the people that really want to see a fast change, start writing your thoughts and the way you feel down. Now, when you write it down, it's outside of your head and it's on a paper. And you can always go back to it and start reflecting and says like, okay, this is how I felt this day. And this is what happened to me, right? And then you're going to see you have some days that you're feeling great and you're having a great day and you see more opportunities and great things are happening. And you're going to start seeing the days that you're not feeling so good and you don't have a lot of energies. Suddenly you don't see a lot of opportunities. Suddenly a lot of things seems very, very hard. So writing things down is a huge part of start shifting your mind. Now, if you don't want to go that step, just start making small changes in your life. I mean, as simple as, and I gave that example a few times. If you brush your teeth with your right hand, brush it with your left hand, right? If you put your right shoes first, put your left shoes first. And now it sounds very simple and stupid to some degree, but the reason is we are living our life on auto most of the time. You know, we're thinking about 90,000 thoughts every day. 95% of them are the thoughts that we thought yesterday, right? So doing something new that you're not used to is kind of breaking that habit. It's getting you to wake up suddenly, right? Because look, to brush your teeth with your right hand, if you did it probably thousands of times, you don't even need to think about it, just do it. But suddenly doing it with your left hand, get your brain to shift a little bit. It wakes you up a little bit, right? So you're more conscious, right? The idea of change is to make sure that you're conscious about your day to day. So you are not just reacting to everything because you're used to it. You start being proactive. And that shift from reactive to proactive can change everything in your life.
You know, you talk a lot in some of your other conversations about focusing on your strengths or double down on one or two key strengths. How do you recommend someone identifies their strength, or what is a strength from your perspective? Is it the business that we have? Because I know we have many strengths. Or is it the strength that we have ourselves? Some folks, like sometimes I'm on track with exercise, and then I'm off track, and then I'm back on track again, and then I'm off track. So take a moment if you can and kind of frame the conversation around, you know, doubling down and focusing on one or two of your strengths.
Yeah. So we'll go back a little bit and then I'll go back to it. So the reason that I'm big on double down on your strength, and this is from my own experience, I spend so much time feeling bad about what I'm bad at and putting myself down, right? So for example, I need to be an operation guy. I need to oversee the day-to-day of the business, and it's not my strength. But I spend so much time trying to get better in operation and day-to-day and follow-up. And instead of doubling down on what I'm really good at, communicating, sales, relating to people, right, being creative, I put myself down and I put the company down in a way because I because as the owner of the company, I says, no, I need to be good at operation if I want to build a business, right? So I wasted 5-6 years trying to be great at operation when it's not my strength, instead of really doubling down on my strength and moving the business forward a lot faster, right? So this is really why it's so important. How you know your strength? Look, your strength can be, I'm great in communicating. I'm really great in solving problems. I'm really great in follow-ups. Whatever it is, it doesn't matter if it's in your business or your private life. You as a person, you have some innate abilities or some things that you want to do just because it's a hobby. Like you will enjoy do it. You like to organize events, right? You like to, whenever there's an event, you like to be the one that speaks at the event. You like to get people together. You know a lot of people. You can connect people, right? So each one of it is a strength. When you're going to start putting most of your time, taking that strength and nurturing it, right? So for example, if speaking is your strength and you want to become a great speaker, start spending every day 5-10 minutes, half an hour. Who are the best speakers? How did they get to be the best speakers? What type of books can I read? Now, don't try, one of the things that people do, they're trying to get so good so fast. Understand, be patient, but relentless at the same time, right? So every day you need to do something to move yourself and your business forward. So every day spend 5 minutes, 10 minutes nurturing your strength. And you're going to see in 6 months to 12 months, you're going to be so good. It'll be crazy, right? But stop spending time trying to improve the areas that are not your strength. You're wasting time. Life is too short.
Life is too short. I agree with you 100%.
Yeah.
Sinatra, who's over in Texas, had a question, and I think it's a fair question. But her question really is around how do you identify people, I'm paraphrasing, to actually collaborate with? Because, sometimes a lot of people can try to suck up your time and want to meet with you. When you're looking for other partners to collaborate with from a business perspective, this is back to the business question. Her question was, how do you look for, what do you look for in like collaboration partners, people who you can work with? And we know you're a collaborator because we're here today as a result of at least collaborating with Angel Tusi and Tina Torres, and as a result, you and I are now connected. Her question is a little bit broader, which is, as an entrepreneur, what do you look for in other folks that you've got to depend on in terms of collaborations?
So goes back to strengths and weaknesses, right? So when you know what your strengths are, you're looking for great people that can help you, right? So instead of trying to get better as my weaknesses, I will find a good partner. I find somebody to work with that he is much better than me in the areas that I don't want to deal with, right? So for example, operation. I have my partner that I've been working now for 12 years. She's so good in operation. So when I'm sitting and talking to her about operation, I'm inspired by her. She comes with great ideas. We're both open-minded. We have the same core value. This is super important. You want to work with people that are sharing the same core value, have the same belief. They want to have the same impact that you want to have. And people that when you hear them speak about their passion, their strength, they actually inspire you. I actually want them to do that part of the business, and I will give them the space to do it because I know that they are so good. Make sense?
Yeah, that's spot on, man. I love it. That's spot on. We're moving to a segment now called Today is My January 1st. And for those folks who know what we're about to do, before we do it, hit the share button. One of the ways you can give Idon a digital applause is hit the share button. Hit the watch party button, pay this message forward to another entrepreneur, another single mom or single dad or married couple that's out there right now saying, you know what, entrepreneurship is the fastest way for me to create wealth and security for my family. Do that, please. Yeah. You can pay it forward. Doesn't cost you anything to do. But we're moving to a segment now called Today is My January 1st. And for those folks who know what I'm about to do, you can look right below the video and you can write those words. Today is my January 1st. For those who want to know, what is Shay talking about? Today is my January 1st represents one of those moments where you make a decision. So the calendar doesn't have to say January 1st. It can be whatever day of the year, whatever time, but it's a moment that you make a decision. And that decision can forever change the trajectory of your life. And it's probably about 1,000 plus decisions you make throughout the day, right? You decide that you're going to work out, or you're going to sit back and binge watch and watch Netflix. That's a January 1st moment. You decide that you're going to eat hamburgers and French fries. Maybe you want some salt, some pepper. For my sons, I know you want some hot sauce. Or you make a decision. You're going to go to the refrigerator. You're going to open it up. And you're going to reach in there. You're going to grab some broccoli. That's always good. Kale's even better. I even have a carrot. That's a January 1st moment. So today is my January 1st. It's a fresh start. It's a do-over. It's my past does not equal my future. My question to Idon as I'm answering him this, when you hear those words, today is my January 1st, what goes through your mind, especially since we're one day, today's the 18th, for those that know what day it is. Yesterday was National Ditch Your Resolution Day. I don't know if y'all know that. That's a true story. You can Google it. January 17th is National Ditch Your Resolution Day. So some people don't even make it to January 17th. So Idon, when I ask that question today, it's your January 1st, what kind of goes through your mind, my friend?
So for me, it's always come back to how can I stretch myself more in any possible way. It's always every day. Yeah, this is my big thing. Even now, look, doing this now with you, it's not something that I felt very comfortable with. It's not something that came very easy to me, but I'm always thinking, how can I keep stretching? How can I keep evolving as a person? If it's writing something, meeting somebody new, what is the thing that I can do today to stretch it down, get myself so uncomfortable, right? So I have to go through the process of evolution, right? One thing is super clear to me. If I want things around me to change, I have to change. If I want my business to evolve, I need to evolve, right? The evolution of my business is based on the evolution of my team. Right, and if I'm not going through the evolution process as a leader, how can I expect my team to go through that process, right? So every day for me, and really this is a habit that I build. Like I'm sitting in the morning, my gratitude, my practice, my meditation in the morning is how can I stretch my vision? How can I take my dream that I tried to stretch yesterday? How can I stretch it even more today, right? So it's every day, it's constant. I build it. It's part of my day-to-day habits. So, and I think it's something that we have to do. Look, I mean, our abilities are as human being, and especially I learned it from my own experience, right? With so many limited belief, I cannot do that, and I'm not good enough, and this is never going to happen. And going through the process and seeing more, and able to do more, and able to connect more and love more. I mean, I think it's really unlimited, and it's really up to us to just use our imagination and have fun and just go for it.
Man, I love it. I love it. Just go for it. Use our imagination and go for it. Isn't that where life is created? Right there in our imagination, by the way. That's where it all starts. You know, as they're listening right now, there's some folks that are excited. Like, yeah, Shay, today's my January 1st. Yes, I get a fresh start. Like that, fresh start. Shay, I get a do-over. This is it. But they were excited, by the way, Idon, back on December 31st. Yeah, after a couple drinks. On the back of a napkin, they were writing down these New Year's resolutions and goals. And well, yesterday was National Ditch Your Resolution Day. You can just ditch it officially right now. Probably after today, no one will ask you what your resolution was. By the way, they won't even ask you. But here's my question, and it's curious on what you share with your clients and with your team as well. You probably heard this phrase before because there's truth inside of truisms. That consistency is the key. Consistency is the key. Consistency is the key. And having said that, what do most people struggle with, even after they break those thought patterns and habits? It's consistency. So what's your suggestion? What's your view on the world on how to maintain consistency in hashtag stay the course?
Yes. So small steps, small changes over a long period of time. This idea that I want to lose 40 pounds in 30 days. I want to be able to make $100,000 in 3 months when you're making $5,000 today. This is just not fair to yourself, right? When you sit with yourself and you overstretching, you want to go from 0 to 100 by tomorrow, right? And this is what I see. Most people fail, right? So have a long-term approach, thinking 12 months from today. Now, I know a lot of people don't have patience. And my answer to that is like, okay, you don't have patience for 12 months, but in the past 10 years, I'm hearing you setting up goals and failing and not getting anywhere. And now you don't have enough patience for 12 months, right? So think about it, right? We're wasting so much time and going up and down and up and down. So just instead of this craziness, think about small changes that you can do over a long period of time, and think of who is the person that you want to become more than what you want to have. Because the person that you want to become will have everything that you want to have, right? So it's not only about, I want to lose 30 pounds. It's about seeing yourself as that person that you want to see yourself at, right? So I want to be a healthier person. I want to start paying attention to my energy. I want to be more impactful. For that, I need to have more energy. I need to lose some weight. I'm going to do it over the next 12 months. So I don't want to lose 30 pounds. I want to lose 1 pound every 2 weeks. And I'm going to do it over a long period of time. And when you do that, when you change your mindset and you start seeing your body changing with it, now you are becoming that person. And now there's 2 other areas that are key. Celebrate your success. Even if it's the tiniest success in the world, celebrate it, right? If you lost 1 pound in 2 weeks, stop for a second. Cheer yourself hug. Give yourself a huge hug. Show love to yourself. Now, if you fail, don't give yourself a hard time. Just go back to it. That's it. You know, I see people sitting there and having their own self-talk with, I'm not good enough. I failed again. How I failed myself. I'm not good. No. Let other people do it.
There's plenty of them to do that, isn't it?
People do that. You just have good conversation with yourself. Nurture yourself. Show yourself love, respect, commitment. So if you fail, it's not the end of the world. Just get back to it. That's it. Right? This is where I see people throwing all the way to the right, all the way to the left, over-promising, overstretching, expecting to go from 0 to 100 in 2 days. I mean, look, the small percentage of people that are really able to make that leap. 98%, 99% of the people, most of the stories that I see, and from my own experience as well, we fail. And then we give ourselves a hard time. And then this is like bad vibe, and this is not the right way to go about it. Show yourself love, respect, and commitment to yourself, and just go with it over a long period of time.
Said so well. How can folks connect with you? They're listening to you right now. And is there a website or a place that they want to stay in the conversation? I know you're a busy man all day long and all evening long, but folks might say, man, what's the best way to connect with Idon?
Yeah, so one of the things that I decided to do in 2020 when everybody went through the corona and all this, it's still going on, but I saw a lot of small businesses that really losing everything. So I decided to create a resource site. So it's getoutofthetruck.life. Now it's .life because I have more of a holistic approach. It's not just about business. It's about you, your family, your loved ones, and the business, of course. And on that site, we have articles. We have a lot of videos. We have a great tools we created that is a business plan tool, a job description tool, SWOT analysis, strength and weaknesses tool, and the tools, the videos, the ebooks, it's all free. So it's available, go use it. And through there, you can get in on Facebook, and we're sharing a lot of information, really having a lot of fun with it.
I love it. And what's the website once again?
Getoutofthetruck.life.
Getoutofthetruck.live. Why did you come up with get out of the truck? You just told me why, but I like that get out the truck. Why not get out the minivan? Why not get out the SUV? Why was it get out the truck?
Because look, in the past 20 years, I've been in the home service industry, right? So I'm working with contractors every day, and I'm seeing some great people, really great people. They love their clients. They're super passionate about the trade that they're in. And look, they got into the business with the idea of, they want to build a $1 million business, 1.5, 2 million. But I see a lot of people getting stuck at about $300,000, $400,000, $600,000 a year. And they're still in the truck and they're working hard. And I want to get them out of the truck, right? So they can really build the business. They can really work on the business and not in the business. So get out of the truck is the actual truck. And it's also a symbol for a mindset. So get out of your old mindset. Let's shift it. So this is why I get out of the truck. I want to make it real for the people in the home service industry.
I love it.
And
Get out of the truck.live. Get out of the truck.live. Head over to the site right now. When you get there, go ahead and follow the directions. Stay in the conversation. We're moving to a segment now called Rapid Fire. And for those folks who know what we're about to do, this is the opportunity. For those that don't, welcome all the new viewers. We certainly appreciate you watching. Thanks so much. If you haven't hit the share button, hit the share button. If you haven't hit the watch party button, hit the watch party button. Like, pay this message forward to your network. Rapid Fire is where I get to ask any question that pops in my mind, and Idon can answer or he can pause. And my first question is my favorite. They're all my favorite, but this is really my favorite question. And that is, of all the mentors you've had, Idon, on this journey of life, you had so many mentors. What's one lesson you've learned from all your mentors, any one lesson that you're going to share with us, the audience? For those folks that are out there, y'all can all lean in. Like, all y'all right now can just lean into the camera and put your hands like this and say thank you, because he's about to drop a golden nugget on something that he holds in his heart. I don't know what it is, but we're going to find out. So please share, man.
So one of the things that I learned from one of the mentors is, what is their world, right? And this is the question that he asked me all the time in the beginning. What is their world? I'm like, what do you mean? He's like, Idan, it's not about you. What is your client? What is the person in front of you? What's going on with him? What is he thinking? Like, where did he wants to get, right? And that helped me with getting the focus of what's going on with me to what's going on with the person in front of me. And really understanding him and listening to him. And that shift and getting out of my own head of thinking about me, to think about the person in front of me. And right, when you really listen to somebody, it says, okay, I understand that where he lives today, what's going on in his own world, what he's trying to get. And when I start paying attention to that, and my goal was, how can I help him get to where he wants to get? Right? If it's his freedom, if it's making money, if it's anything. And that created a huge shift in my ability to be more impactful. Right? Too many times we're not really listening. We're waiting for our turn to talk, right? And it's all about us, and it's what I have to say. And that guy helped me shift it around, right? That it's not really about me; it's about me serving you, and that really helped shift a lot of things in the business. Now, if you take it to marketing, if you take it to building a team, right? Understanding what's everybody's goal. Learning how to communicate with clients. So it's not what I'm passionate about, right? It's about who is my client, what he wants to get, and how can I build my business around providing him with the right solution to help him get what he wants to get. So this is the one of the biggest things that have really helped me grow the business and grow as a person.
Man, I love it. I love it. Makes sense. I love it. Second to last question, by the way. And the question is, what does success look like for you these days? You've accomplished so much. Now you're opening another business and helping folks understand who they are so they can live the life they want. You've run another business on the other side and growing a franchise. And there might be wondering, man, Shay, what does success even look like for this guy for where he is now?
So today is, as much as we help more people to find their success, this is how we find our success. And the point that we shifted everything that we do, and this is why I get out the truck and the book and everything else. It's when you find your success as a result of helping other people being successful. This is really where financial fulfillment and really, feeding my heart and my soul, this is where it comes together. And this is, I think I feel like I'm so blessed to have the team that I have. I cannot be thankful enough for the people that I have with me. every day. I mean, the relationship, I care, I love, and we actually see the impact that we have in people's life. And that's really what else can I ask for? So I just want to see more and more. So how can I get myself to grow to a point that I can even bring more success to other people? And this is really where I find the most amount of fulfillment.
Yeah, I love it, man. I love it. First, let me say thank you so much for being on the Happy Entrepreneur Show, man. You've got this big heart to give, this heart to serve. Special shout out to Angel Tusi and also Tina Torres for connecting us and bringing us together and doing what they do so well. I love their morning show. They're asleep now. They'll be up early in the morning. Well, it depends on what time you're watching. I always say media never sleeps. Media never sleeps. I don't know where y'all seeing this, by the way. I really don't. But here's what I do know. I want to thank you, man. We've got to have you back. I certainly appreciate you giving. I want to turn over to you, man. Have any final thoughts or comments that you want to have to inspire, to encourage folks? I want to suggest all of you go over to getoutofgethetruck.live. Again, www.getoutofgetrucklive.com. There you can go get these resources that he's put together to help entrepreneurs, people like you, people like me that are still in the field every day. You still got your sleeves rolled up. You're in the trenches, and he's right there with you. He knows what that's like. He hadn't forgotten, by the way. He knows what that's like, and that's why he's here today. So over to you, man, for your final thoughts. Again, thanks so much for being on the Happy Entrepreneur Show.
Absolutely, absolutely. And thank you for having me. Look, my wish is for people to understand that they can reach any goals that they want to reach if they just really stop for a second and understand that the hard work need to be on themselves, shifting, right? Getting out of this program that we're stuck in, and understand that everything that happening in our life is to teach us a lesson. And instead of pushing it away, welcome it into your life, understand what is here to teach me, and evolve as a human being. And I think if more people will do it, I think we'll see, communities grow beautifully, right? I think we'll be able to give our kids more, right? There's nothing more beautiful than a parent's show our kids that he can evolve and he can grow and he can not setting up expectation on my kids, but really setting up a space for my kids to feel comfortable and evolve and grow well. So I think it's starting with us as parents, as a business owner in our communities, and absolutely goes to us as parents and really creating that environment of evolution, of growth. So that is my big thing.
Man, I love it. They asked me again to clarify the website is www.getoutofgetruck.live.
Yes.
Live. That's it. Stacy was asking that and asked us to repeat that, which we've done. We made sure we made that clear again. I want you to know, thank you so much for watching. Thank you for tuning in. Again, if you haven't hit the share button, hit the share button. If you haven't hit the like button, make sure you can stay connected and stay connected with Idon. He's doing some amazing things. I want you to know that for you listening right now, that today is your January 1st. You can break those old habits of thinking and you can move in the right direction. That today is your January 1st. Not only can you imagine, not only can you believe, but if you listen to what Idon just said, you can take action. You can get to where you want to go. And for you, I know it's time for you to put your sunglasses on. The future is bright. And for you, the best is yet to come. The best is still yet to come. Guess what? The best is yet to come. With that being said, my name, for those folks that want to know, is Shay Brown, the Happy Entrepreneur. Make it a great day, everyone. And I promise you, from the bottom of my heart, we'll make some good things happen. We connect again next time. But remember, time is long. Life, on the other hand, is very, very short. You got to live in that moment. You got to make it count. God bless, and we wish you success. Thanks a lot, man. I appreciate it. We'll see T and them. Yep, folks, we're out of here. We'll see you later. Peace. Promise I made to my mom. I only did this message for one person, and that's my mom. This is for you, Mom. Love you. My name is Shay Brown, the Happy Entrepreneur. Make it a great day, everyone. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
All right, Shay Brown.
Mic check, mic check.
All I do is win, no matter
Yeah.
And they stay there, and they stay there, and they stay there. Cause all I do is win.
Yeah.
Thank you, God bless.